Hey guys, did you hear? There are new Digimon Redubs and I'm 2 years fucking late! Well, better late than never, I suppose. And I suppose that same sentiment can be given to these relocalizations. Discotech came out of fucking nowhere with these remasters and redubs of the original 6 Digimon movies. Bringing back what's left of the original Digimon cast to do voice work, supplying uncut footage of all movies just like the Japanese audience got, and as a cherry on top, the original Fox Kids 2000s Digimon movie in all of its pop-punk glory. I gotta be honest, guys, even though I have criticisms to dish out, I am riding a very substantial high from these re-released movies. These uncut English dubs have unironically reinvigorated my love for Digimon after years of cynicism brought on by these legacy sequels, effectively reminding me of the franchise's highest peaks. Not only that, but we got some absolutely S-tier fan edits of the first 4 films that incorporate the Saban music along with the 90s songs, and even some of the dialogue audio files from the original movie dub. Shout out to this channel for the stellar fan edits. Bravo! With all this Digi-media, official and fan-modified alike, laid out like a royal smorgasbord, put simply, I am in Digi-heaven. So, I'll be dividing these reviews of the 6 movies into a 2-parter, just to make things easier on myself. But rest assured, all ground will be covered. This has been a long time coming, and I can't wait to dive in. The Digimon Adventure Prequel. Yeah, I know it's just called Digimon Adventure, but that's what Season 1 is called. And since this movie takes place before Season 1, yeah, it's the adventure prequel. Fuck off. I'm just gonna come right out and say it. This is my favorite Digimon movie of all time. Even more than Children's War Game, Revenge of Diaboromon, and Runaway Locomon. The adventure prequel, to me, is peak Digimon. The story is simple but effective. Tai and Kari's toddler versions are strongly characterized, the pacing is leisurely but compact, and it builds to an absolutely exhilarating climax, showcasing some of the best animation the franchise would ever put out until the next movie. The first thing that stood out to me was the ominous atmosphere. The lack of Kari's constant narration from the Fox Kids version really allows the atmosphere to breathe and establish the amazingly threatening and uneasy tone. But even so, they still kept this golden nugget of dialogue.
Did you see that?
No, I was sleeping.
But you're driving!
Thank you for keeping that. Speaking of dialogue changes, I really like Kari's dialogue towards Agumon as they're roaming about the neighborhood, expressing genuine concern, fear, and confusion as to why her cute Tamagotchi friend is now a hulking, imposing, seemingly unfeeling monster. The characters feel like they're actually reacting to the danger around them this time. With that said, I must address the elephant in the room. The returning cast members are all in their 50s and 60s, and yet they've been asked to come back and voice the youngest versions of these characters. It's really not fair. As a natural result, the voices sound older, different, and nowhere near as full of energy and spunk as they used to be. And I definitely see how that breaks the immersion for some people. Many fans have expressed that even though the overall objective quality of these movies are undoubtedly better, the voice work just doesn't have the same gumption behind it. And as such, the experience was soured for them. And I totally see where y'all are coming from. Even I can't deny that there are some line deliveries that just sounded better in the original Fox Kids version.
Kari! Kari! How hard could it be to find a dinosaur? Kari! Kari! How hard could it be to find a dinosaur?
Why are you looking at that bus? Please don't blow it up. I know my mom says they're always late, but they can't help it. Don't be a bad boy! Ah! Why are you looking at that bus? Please don't blow it up. I know my mom says they're always late, but they can't help it. Don't be a bad boy! Ah!
Oh! Ty, what did you do? It wasn't my my fault. Besides, who told you to go to the bathroom at such an important time?
Like I had a choice. Oh, why did you crash the computer? Now it has to reboot. Ty, what did you do?
It wasn't my fault. Besides, who told you to go to the bathroom at such an important time?
Like I had a choice. Oh, why did you crash the computer? Now it has to reboot. You got mail! You got mail!
However, if I may be unreasonably charitable, I still don't think anyone in the cast did a bad job. Regardless of their age, Joshua Seth, Michael Rise, Mona Marshall, Brian Donovan, and my goat Laura Jill Miller still act their hearts out as these characters. I'd even argue that their aged voices make for some welcome interpretations of classic lines. Ty's "Don't Quit" as Greymon and Parrotmon duke it out feels far more resonant and powerful, and Kari's toddler cries feel so much more desperate and traumatic. I give massive props to these actors for still giving it their all, even if they're not in their prime. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Another fun little tidbit we get in this short is Ty and Kari's drunk father barging in the apartment in the middle of the night. This part absolutely kills me with laughter, and I can't believe we were robbed of this cinema. I mean, I completely get that Fox Kids won't allow the depiction of alcoholism in their localized anime for kids, but come on, it's not like he's an unpleasant drunk. He's a happy drunk that just wants to kiss his kids goodnight. It's fine. I also absolutely love how they portray Agumon and Red Greymon in this. Seeing them as silent, feral, bestial creatures that stalk about the night and charge their prey with bloodlust in their eyes just scratches my brain in all the right ways. Like, look at this shot. Look at this. Agumon looks fucking satanic. I love it! Seeing the digital monsters portrayed as monsters just feels so right. Which leads to this absolute peakness. The Heighten View Terrace incident is such a wonder to behold. I mean, you got a giant dinosaur and a giant dinosaur beating the fuck out of each other while all these kids, and absolutely no adults, witness this madness. I guess I should mention that glaring plot hole. Not only are there no adults around, but Ty and Kari's mom makes no effort to look for her kids as they leave the house to get front row seats to a kaiju battle in the middle of the night. Parent of the year. But aside from that, there's so much more to this scene that I love than just wanton violence. It's also the first time Ty and his Digimon established their rapport. Ty didn't really like that Koromon was around at first, seeing him more as a nuisance than anything, but once he saw that this gargantuan T-Rex trying to protect him and his infant sister was around, I mean, I would have shat my pants personally, but Ty saw it as a sign of friendship, so we're good. Like Ty says at the very end, it was a meeting cut short, an encounter that shouldn't have happened in their world, and yet it set them all on this path, an absolutely iconic, inciting incident. I will never get tired of this scene. Be it the Japanese version, Fox Kids, the redub, or the fan edit of the redub, this will always be my favorite Digimon scene from my favorite Digimon movie. The Digimon Adventure prequel may be only 20-odd minutes long, not have any of the other Digi-Destined in the spotlight, and it has a lot of kid fluff in it, but what it builds up to and what it accomplishes for this franchise is unparalleled. It's the storyline that started it all, the ground zero for all of Digimon, and I love it to death. Man, that was awesome. Now, how could we possibly follow that up? Yeah, no shit. Children's War Game. The most famous, most well-known, most favorited Digimon film of all time. It was the most talked about part in the Fox Kids version. It has the highest stakes of any Digimon narrative. Yeah, I don't think so. And Hosoda would go on to make 2 spiritual successors to it, 2 decades apart. It's arguably Digimon's most enduring legacy. And I'd be lying if I said I also didn't love this movie with every fiber of my being. It's hard hard not to love a crowd-pleasing experience such as this. But I'd also be lying if I said I didn't prefer the fan edit with the Saban music more. This is literally how I envisioned the movie in my head as a kid. Quite literally. It adds so much to the subjective North American audience experience, and seeing it paired with all this additional footage we never got to see in 2000 is truly amazing. But focusing strictly on the narrative, I adore the sense of urgency, stress, tension, and anticipation this story generates. It creates such a kinetic energy that pulsates throughout the whole movie. It goes at a very slick pace, but it never feels like it's bombarding you with information like the Fox Kids version. I love that we get to see more of Ty crashing out in frustration, Izzy absolutely crumbling under the pressure, and TK's desperation to not lose his brother. It really does add to the high stakes this movie already has, which leads to some amazingly comedic and dramatic reactions from the characters. Like, Izzy finding out the nuke was aimed at them at the end is simultaneously hilarious and traumatizing. Like, what a good boy, he didn't deserve this anguish, and the candy-coated visuals are gorgeously restored. But beyond that, Hosoda and his animation team are just brilliant artists who put their fucking all into this movie. From the character animation, the incredible layout design of the city and the internet, and the faithful Windows 95 UI design, this movie is drenched in late 90s, early 2000s glory. It truly was a passion project from the artists, making this movie an ode to an age of technology that has never existed before and will never exist again. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, Diaboromon is such a goated antagonist. Not because he's super complex or full of depth, far from the case. He's just true chaotic evil. All he wants to do is eat the internet and nuke shit. And for the Digi-Destined, there could be no greater threat. There was even a moment with Inframon that is infinitely better in the redub.
Hello? It's in the phones.
Holy shit, that is creepy as fuck, and I love it. Even close to 30 years later, this villain is still just as effective, aura-farming, and dangerous as he always was. But now it's time to address some criticisms. I've already talked about the voice performances in the previous section, and that also applies here. But as good as this movie is, it still has some large leaps in logic. First off, instead of Izzy getting his information from Willis in the Digimon movie, he gets his information from random-ass kids from all over the world. This makes sense in the way that Willis would obviously not be present during the events of this movie, but it's also pretty damn convenient that super-brained middle schoolers from random parts of the planet are just hacking into the Pentagon and other government systems to uncover plot info for Izzy. It's very silly. Another issue is that when Ty is trying to contact all the other Digi-Destined, for some reason he just refuses to disclose the situation. He just gives vague instructions to come over. Maybe if you told Kari and Sora, hey, it's a Digimon emergency, or that there's a feral Digimon eating the fucking internet, you'd have more of a turnout. Stupid Ty. Actually, wait. All the other Digimon, and Genai for that matter, could have contacted Sora as well. What, did Biyomon just not want to talk with her? This next flaw I find to be a pretty damning downgrade as far as a dialogue change is concerned. Ty's pep talk to War Greymon in the finale is, and I can't believe I'm saying this, written much better in the Fox Kids version. The redub just enforces basic platitudes about friendship and staying together, but the original dub has Ty saying the whole world is rallying behind them. Feel their hope, feel their strength, which leads into the emails showing up as they use it for their source of power. It's so much more inspiring and powerful than, I'm with you, War Greymon. That was a letdown. And this is just a personal gripe, but I miss Mrs. Kamiya's unhinged cooking dialogue from the original movie. It's the first time I've used flour to bake a cake. Want some juice? I just squeezed some onions. That's okay, I only had 2 beans anyway. Like, come on, she was iconic. Bring back Ty's unhinged mom. I want her back. Those are all the major flaws I noticed, but they seldom make a difference in my overall enjoyment of this film. A lot of it is nostalgia, and I can't deny that, but a good chunk of that is the fact that Children's War Game is a competently made movie. It's got great characterization, a solid story, legitimate stakes, a good mix of effective drama and side-splitting humor,
Gabumon and Patamon!
Yep, those are our names.
and infectious energy, and it's just downright likable. I absolutely love this film, and all versions of it, even the Fox Kids one, are still entertaining as hell. Which is something I cannot say for this next film. Hurricane Touchdown, or Digimon Adventure 02 Digimon Hurricane Landing Transcendent Evolution The Golden Digimentals. Fuck. So, this movie is pretty infamous among the fans. Even some people who like it admit it's not good. And I'm sad to say, I never liked this movie either. I never liked its section in the original movie. The Japanese version I found to be a poorly told story with bizarre music choices. And this redub, despite having some great voice work in it, still suffers from the same flawed elements that were present in the Japanese original. That being the contrivance and convenience littered story, the poor handling of its characters, a finale so bizarrely written that it makes the beginning look good, and again, those weird-ass orchestral music choices like, I'm sorry, what's with the shitty jazz? I love jazz, but this sounds like shit. Even the fan edit of the redub, for as much as the Saban music and the 90s soundtrack helps me stomach the experience, it's still a terrible movie. There's simply no edit where this film comes out looking good. And after witnessing every conceivable version of this fucking film, I can safely and confidently say, it sucks. Let's dive in. First, let's address the most common complaints about the film. The first one being the 01 cast. When Digimon captures the original Digidestined in his own pocket dimension, they regress in age, and that's it. They don't do anything. I mean, Matt and Ty tell their siblings to be safe, like that's gonna do anything. We get very sparse scenes of these guys just sitting around because Kokomon is looking for Willis. Then there's a throwaway line by Davis at the end saying, oh good, they all got back safely. This is exactly how the 02 cast was treated in Try, by the way. Right down to the off-screen getting back safely. This is incredibly bullshit and amounts to nothing in the story. The next complaint is TK and Kari get ambushed by Wendigomon on the train, but not captured for some reason like he did everyone else on the train. Okay. And then TK and Kari are not present at all throughout the movie until they randomly show up for the finale, with absolutely no explanation for how they located their friends in this exact field after Cherubimon manipulated it. Like, wowzers, that's a big-ass pill to swallow. Which leads into the next problem, which is, of course, the golden Digi-Eggs. Angemon and Angewomon digivolve into their mega forms to release the golden Digi-Eggs. But they don't even know if that's gonna happen for sure. It's just a shot in the dark and, oh, looky, it fucking worked. Also, how does that even work? If you just digivolve into your mega forms, you may or may not release the power of God, essentially? Why? What are the logistics of that? I mean, I know according to the lore, Seraphimon is one of the celestial Digimon tasked with protecting the digital world, along with uncorrupted Cherubimon. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, that's a thing. Kokomon's evolution line leads to an Archangel. Talk about OP. But still, this golden Digi-Egg nonsense is just that. Nonsense. And it's tied to a bunch of nonsensical lore that if you tried explaining it, it would only make less sense. Next flaw. Yeah, there's a lot. We never do get an explanation as to what is infecting, possessing, or corrupting Kokomon. We don't know if it's a virus or... I mean, I guess it's a virus. I don't know what else it could be, but it's never explained. Where did it come from? Why did it target Kokomon? I can't believe I'm saying this, but at least the Fox Kids version tried to offer an explanation. It was a stupid explanation, but I can't really be mad at them anymore because they literally had nothing to work with. And for that matter, why does Wendigomon not recognize Willis at first, but then he does in the flower field? What was different? The flower field? But he doesn't look anything like his younger self. See, he made all the kids age regress because he was trying to find the Willis he recognized before he got corrupted. How did he recognize him? Oh, fuck it, man. Okay, next flaw. Holy shit. What in the goddamn hell was the point of this scene? Oh yeah, screw uncovering more information about Willis, Wendigomon, the whereabouts of the O1 cast, or even trying to catch up to Yoli and Cody. Let's just do this stupid shit for a few minutes. Again, at least the Fox Kids version tried to splice this ridiculous scene as a battle strategy during the Wendigomon fight. Here, it's just filler. Wow, do you know how bad it is when you're making the Fox Kids edit of this movie look better in some respects? My God! And finally, this movie is the ground zero of everything that would eventually go wrong with the Legacy sequels. Try, Kizuna, and The Beginning all follow Hurricane Touchdown's formula. A new Digidestined shows up, they have an estranged, corrupted, or infected Digimon that's causing a ruckus. The established Digidestined help the new Digimon OC with their endeavors, ultimately leading to an unsatisfying dogshit finale. Now, granted, Hurricane Touchdown is very self-contained in its lack of quality, whereas these movies do legitimate damage to the characters and continuity. But even so, knowing this kinda makes me hate Touchdown even more because not only is it a bad movie, but it's responsible for other bad movies. Like a lot of bad movies. I know a lot of people like this film, but I'm sorry, this is just not good at all. And hey, it's not like I enjoy shitting on O2's cinematic ventures. I like the O2 cast and their season, more than most do as a matter of fact, but whenever they have standalone movies, they blow massive chunks. And oddly enough, when they're paired up with the O1 cast in movies, they're incredible. Okay, I have thoroughly ribbed this movie. Is there anything good about it? Well, yes, actually. Quite a few things. Like, an unlikely amount of good things that I very much appreciate. First off, I love that Willis and Terriermon have conflicting ideals and philosophies in this film. Willis wants to believe Kokomon is salvageable from this monster, but Terriermon has already accepted that his brother is basically dead, and all that's left is this beast. And it leads to some great dialogue from Terriermon, saying that even if he has to work twice as hard and push his limits, he will protect Willis. That's actually pretty damn solid. I like that a lot. And it kind of cements Terriermon as the goated character he is because, well, he was right. Kokomon was lost to this monster, and he was the one to put him out of his misery. But he comforts Willis, saying Kokomon was smiling in his last moments. Yeah, Terriermon is the best Digimon ever. No contest. I mean, Vmon is pretty close, but Terriermon is just the GOAT. Another thing I like is the fixed version of Willis and Davis's midnight talk. Davis's breakdown is actually justified, well-paced, and not played off as a crude yet admittedly hilarious joke. And while, yeah, Davis's reaction to Willis's backstory is pretty over the top, Brian Donovan sells it because, well, he's Brian Donovan, and he's awesome. He plays Davis so well, and he never skips a beat. I also like the banter between Davis and Willis, especially this bit.
Hey, Mama's boy, it's been a while. Don't you think you need to call your mom again?
Yeah, probably. Also, shut up.
Their dynamic is quite humorous, with Willis being the straight man to Davis's high energy and obnoxiousness. It works quite well. Kokomon's evolution line, like Diaboromon's, is a trilogy of bangers. Banger, banger, banger. My favorite being Antilomon. How did they make a rabbit look menacing and imposing? A rabbit, goddamn. These designs are just so iconic, so memorable, and above all, creepy as sin, and they stay with you as a result. Digimon did have some killer creature designers, man, holy fuck. And the animation is still top-notch. Fluid movements, near-realistic backgrounds, and beautifully choreographed action. It's also hard for me not to be disappointed when this is the only cinematic showcase of the armor evolutions. Flamedramon and Raydramon especially get some beautiful shining moments. So yeah, there are some good things in this movie, but the bad stuff is so detrimental and so irrefutably broken that I cannot call this an overall good movie. It's so weak. Also, I have yet to see what is so hurricane or touchdown about this narrative. Even its indulgent original title does not match the tone of this movie at all. I'd personally call it Digimon Adventure 02. Cuckoo for Cocomon. Keep enjoying it to your heart's content, but I'm afraid this just isn't for me. Oh, and one more thing. The fan edit, like I said, includes the Saban music and the 90s tracks from the original Digimon movie, which leads to this glorious tone shift.
Somebody once told me the word.
If you did not immediately piss your pants in laughter, congratulations, you hate life. Anyway, that's it for this round of Digimon movies. Tune in next time for part 2, where we review movies 4 through 6, and I'll finally get to talk about Tamers. Hell yeah, about friggin' time if you ask me. So, good tidings to you, your mother, your dog, and have a Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching, and always remember... I can't think of anything.